In today's video we will discuss the 10 worst NBA trades of all time, yes of all time. These trades set some NBA franchises back 50 years. Please make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. Here is our list of the 10 worst trades of all time. Number 10. 2012 Oklahoma City Thunder Houston Rockets trade. The deal: OKC sends James Harden, Cole Aldrich, Daquan Cook and Lazar Hayward to Houston for Kevin Martin, Jeremy Lamb and 2 first-round picks, Mitch McGary, Steven Adams, and a second-round pick. Fresh off a 6th Man of the Year award and an NBA Finals appearance, the Thunder decided it was time to bail on Harden, 24, rather than paying him an extra $4.5 million. OKC deeply underestimated Harden's ceiling. Martin and Lamb were unable to replicate Harden's scoring punch even before Harden went up a level in Houston. The Thunder did end up with Adams, but Oklahoma City could have, at the very least, ran it back for another season with Harden, Russell Westbrook. Number 9. Milwaukee Bucks deal Dirk Nowitzki to the Dallas Mavericks. In 1998, the Milwaukee Bucks traded a future Hall of Fame player in Dirk Nowitzki. In their defense, Nowitzki was still just a top international player at the time. The Bucks traded him to Dallas on draft night, along with Pat Garrity, for Robert Tractor Trailer. The late Trailer played just 7 seasons in the NBA, averaging 4.8 points and 3.7 rebounds per game. He started just 73 games in his entire career. Aside from Nowitzki, who ended his career 6th all-time in points and the greatest player in Mavericks history, even Garrity had a respectable career that lasted 10 years. Number 8. Philadelphia 76ers trade Charles Barkley to the Phoenix Suns. In 1992, Charles Barkley, 28, was clearly one of the best players in the league. The 76ers sent Barkley to Phoenix for Tim Perry, Andrew Kahn and Jeff Hornacek. While Hornacek was an all-star at the time, his career went downhill while Kahn and Perry rode the pine most of the time. Barkley went on to 4 all-star appearances in his 4 years in Phoenix and even won the MVP award the following season, taking the Suns to the NBA Finals. It is worth noting that Barkley wasn't happy in Philadelphia and wanted out. However, the Sixers got pennies on the dollar for the future MVP. Number 7. Portland Trail Blazers trade Moses Malone. The ABA and NBA had just merged and as a result, the NBA held what was called a dispersal draft. With the 5th overall pick, the Trail Blazers selected Moses Malone. However, the Blazers decided to hold on to Maurice Lucas, believing that he would be a better player than Malone. After just a couple of months, the Blazers parted ways with Malone and dealt him to the Buffalo Braves for a first-round pick and some pocket money. The Braves eventually dealt Malone to the Rockets. Malone is currently 9th on the NBA all-time scoring list and was a 3-time MVP. Portland did end up winning the title the year after trading Malone but couldn't find much success afterward. Malone, on the other hand, dominated for most of his 19-year career. Number 6. Seattle SuperSonics gift the Chicago Bulls Scottie Pippen. As great as Michael Jordan was, he wouldn't have been the same without Scottie Pippen, the best second-in-command in sports history. The Seattle SuperSonics drafted Pippen with their 5th overall pick in the 1987 NBA Draft. Then they sent Pippen to Chicago for a perceived hole at center. In return, they got Olden Polynice. Polynice, who was drafted after Pippen, played just a few seasons in Seattle and averaged 5 points and just 4.5 boards per contest. Pippen went on to win 6 NBA titles, play in 7 All-Star games and make his way into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Number 5. Sixers deal Wilt Chamberlain to the Lakers. When the 76ers traded Chamberlain to the Lakers, he was already one of the best players to ever play the game. Still, the Sixers decided to part ways with Wilt the Stilt. What makes the move even more baffling is that Chamberlain won the MVP the season prior to the deal. The 76ers dealt him for Jerry Chambers, Darrell Imhoff and Archie Clark. Chamberlain led the Lakers to an NBA title in 1972. He was named the Finals MVP that season as well. Chamberlain is currently 7th on the all-time scoring list. Number 4. Utah Jazz give the Los Angeles Lakers Magic Johnson. In 1978, the Utah Jazz made a mistake that would hurt that franchise for years to come. They made a 6-player trade with the Los Angeles Lakers, who fleeced them in this deal. Utah sent Sam Worthen, Freeman Williams and Kenny Carr to the Lakers for Gail Goodrich, Jack Gibbons and Essie Gibbons. Oh, and the Jazz also gave the Lakers their first-round pick in the 1979 draft. Unfortunately for Utah, they finished the 1978 season in last place. This gave the Lakers the first overall selection in the 1979 NBA draft, and with that pick they landed Magic Johnson, who would become the best point guard in NBA history. Plus the Lakers won a title in Magic's first year. So while the Jazz didn't directly trade Magic Johnson, they traded away the pick that could have landed them the future superstar. Number 3. Los Angeles Lakers steal Kobe Bryant from the Charlotte Hornets. In 1996, the Charlotte Hornets drafted Kobe Bryant directly out of high school. Some contract disputes led to the Hornets dealing Bryant to the Lakers for Vlade Divac. While Divac wasn't a bad player by any means, he only lasted 2 years in Charlotte and was, of course, nothing like what Kobe became. The Black Mamba played 20 seasons and was an 18-time All-Star. He won an MVP, 2 NBA Finals MVPs and 5 NBA championships. The Hornets were a bottom feeder in the NBA for years to come. They never recovered from what could have been with Kobe. The Hornets franchise then moved to New Orleans. If Kobe stayed in Charlotte, the franchise might have had a lot more success and potentially still be in North Carolina. Number 2. St. Louis Hawks deal Bill Russell to the Celtics. On the same day he was drafted by the Hawks, Russell was traded to the Celtics for Ed Macauley and Cliff Hagan. While Hagan and Macauley both went on to have Hall of Fame careers, Russell outdid both of them. While the Hawks did defeat the Celtics and Russell in the 1958 NBA Finals, that was their only title during Russell's career. Russell made 12 All-Star teams, won 5 MVPs and 11 NBA championships in his 13-year career. Number 1. Milwaukee Bucks deal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar spent 6 seasons in Milwaukee. In his final season, he averaged 30 points, 14 rebounds and 3.3 blocks per game. So why would the Bucks trade him? Well, he wanted out of Milwaukee because he wasn't a fan of the Midwest. So while this trade may not be entirely Milwaukee's fault, not being able to find a way to hold on to one of the most dominant players in NBA history is still a huge blunder. The Bucks sent Kareem to the Lakers for Dave Myers, Elmore Smith, and Junior Bridgman. All 3 turned out to be nobodies, while KAJ went on to become one of the all-time greats. Abdul-Jabbar won 5 championships with the Lakers and was an NBA record 6-time MVP. He also ended his career as the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, which lasted for the last 20-plus years until this year when LeBron broke it. KAJ also led the Bucks to their first and only championship before being traded. These are the 10 worst NBA trades of all time, yes of all time. These trades changed the trajectory of many teams being successful and winning a championship. Just goes to show you, every deal ain't a good deal. What is the worst NBA trade in your opinion? Do not forget to subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. And new episodes release every Monday through Friday.